Welcome back programmers. Welcome to my another video. In the previous video we saw how to create features and labels from our data. In the today's section we are gonna talk about how to visualize the data. I know that sounds boring, why we need to create a graph from our data, but if you are a programmer you have to do it for understanding the program. And for that we are gonna create our data, and from data we are gonna create a graph. So this is a very simple way to create this, but before start coding I am gonna introduce you the Conda. Conda is a very popular environment for programmers. You can see this is the Anaconda, so the link is in the description. I am quick open the Anaconda Navigator, but if you are using PIP it's okay. And from Conda I am gonna use Jupyter Notebook. I know some programmers are familiar with Jupyter Notebook, but if you are not, so the Jupyter Notebook is a web IDE, or you can say web environment to create our program. So let's quick open the Jupyter Notebook from the Anaconda. So you can see this is our Anaconda Navigator. In the Anaconda we have lots of facility available. You can see here, so the first facility is Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook and so on so, but we are gonna focus in the today's video in the Jupyter Notebook. So let's quickly launch it, and it is gonna launch in the any web browser you are using. I am using Google Chrome, but if you are using PyCharm, so it is okay because I am a big fan of PyCharm too. But for today's video I am gonna use Jupyter Notebook. So you can see this is the interface of Jupyter Notebook, and in here let's quickly create a new Python file. This is all my folders and file, and if you want to find location we are gonna do it later. Let's create a new Python 3, and in here we are gonna enter the code. If you are using Conda first time, so you need to install some few things. So go in the home page, and in here just click on the new and terminal. If you don't like this terminal you can go on Windows, and in here you can see the Conda PowerShell promote. So both of the way you can create a code in here. So I'm gonna enter Conda install and the library name like the py and hit enter, but I have already installed, so I'm gonna remove it and I'm gonna close the terminal. So in here we are gonna let's create our first program. So for quickly let's try it is running or not. I'm gonna print a simply hello world all in one code. So for running this program just go in the run. You can see the output is all in one code. So that's how you can create and run program in here. So this is the Jupyter Notebook. Now let's focus on our main task, how we are gonna visualize the code. You can see here this is my old program. You can see I am finding is this a apple or orange. I am not finding, computer is find is this a apple or orange. I have created features and labels, and I am predicting 160 and 0 feature, and it is giving me a output. Let's run this code, and whenever I click on run, oh I got error. I entered a wrong special character in here. So let's quickly change this. Let's run this code again, and you can see I got an output 1. It means this is the orange. So I predict is this a apple or orange. So the computer give me the 1. It means this is orange. I assumed 0 is for apple and 1 is for orange. So the output is for orange. You can see here I just entered 160 and 0 feature. So let's now create a visualization for this code. Now how we are gonna do this? We have to do install some library. So the first library is, so let's just first create comment line in here. So hashtag visualize the code, and in here I'm gonna just enter a few library. Like the first one is from sklearn.externals.6 import string.io. Now what is string.io? String.io is help us to create a graph and the pi dot. Now let's create a variable. You can name it anything, but for now I'm gonna name it dot data equal to string.io, string.io, and this is a function. And now I'm gonna import graph visualization, and for that I'm gonna write tree dot export graph visualization, graph viz, and in the property you need to enter some properties. So you can see here the property is, first one is clf, and clf is or data. Second one is out file equal to dot data. Dot data means graphical data. You don't want to worry about this, we are going to talk more about it in later video. And the second one is feature name equal to features name, class name equal to target name. And if you don't know what is feature, what is target, and what is label, so check out my first video. And target name is label, so the target is label. And field it equal to true, rounded equal to true, and impurity equal to false. So these three things are gonna help us to design the graph. Now what we are gonna do, we are gonna create a graph, and for that we are gonna make a variable. You can name it anything. You can see I created a graph named variable, and in the graph name variable you need to import pi dot, and from pi dot you need to import pi dot graph from data dot data. It means graph from dot data, it is a function which take a one parameter. So the parameter is dot data dot get value. Now what is all things is, you can see here pi dot has one module, and you can say it function graph from dot data. It means this is gonna create a graph from the dot 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 dot. If you know how to create graph, so graph is made from the data of dot 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 dot, and in the parameter you need to just enter dot data dot get value. Now from this line we just created our graph, but now how we are gonna save this? We are gonna save this in PDF file. Now how we are gonna do this? So graph has property, so the property is graph dot write PDF. So from graph dot write PDF and the PDF file name, you can name it anything. Again I'm gonna name it my first. You can see graph dot write PDF, and in the parameter you can name it, and I named it my first .pdf, and that's how you can create your graph. Now whenever I'm gonna run this code, I'm gonna get one error, and the error is we didn't got a graph viz, and for that you need to enter a one thing in here. You need to enter the first value of the list, and now you can run it. It is gonna run successfully. You can see whenever I'm gonna click on the run. Okay, I just did same mistake again. I just entered a wrong special character in here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a right special character in here, and you can see whenever I run this, and this is gonna got me a 1, but this is still giving me a error. But you can say this is not error, this is just a warning. But let's see or PDF is made or not. So just go in your home directory, and in here you can see this is or my first PDF. So it means we just created our PDF. So it means we just created our first graph, and that's how you can create a graph. Now let's check it out how this is looking, and for that I'm gonna just go in my directory. So my directory path is Logan, C, user, Vivek, and in here my first .pdf. Let's run this, and you can see this is opening in a internet browser. This is still loading, and boom, you can see that's how you can create a graph in here. And you can see the texture less than equal to 0.5, and the all of the value is showing in here. You can see we have only two features available in here and two labels available in here. So that's why it is giving a orange and apple. And if you have a multiple features and label, So it is gonna show multiple relation of graph. We are gonna talk more about in later video about this graph, but for today's video, that's how you can create a graph in Python. So that is it for today's guys. If you like it, please like, comment and share my video and hit on the bell icon for features video. Thank you.